Your doctor told you to eat healthier. You bought the whole wheat bread, loaded up on leafy greens, switched to diet soda, and stocked your pantry with protein bars. You're doing everything right, or so you think. But what if those same healthy foods sitting in your kitchen right now are silently accelerating kidney damage? What if the very items your doctor recommended are filtering through your kidneys like sandpaper, leaving microscopic scars that won't show up on tests until it's too late? After 50, your kidneys don't bounce back like they used to. They've been filtering your blood for decades, and when certain minerals start building up in foods labeled heart healthy, your kidneys can't keep up. The damage happens quietly, no pain, no warning signs, just slow, steady decline until your lab results come back. Subscribe because this information could literally add years to your life. Number 7, whole wheat bread, the phosphorus bomb. Your doctor calls healthy whole grains. Your doctor's been pushing them for years. Better for your heart, better for your blood sugar, right? Here's what they didn't tell you. One slice of whole wheat bread contains 64 milligrams of phosphorus and 71 milligrams of potassium. Compare that to white bread, just 24 milligrams of phosphorus and 30 milligrams of potassium per slice. That's nearly 3 times the phosphorus load hitting your kidneys. After 50, your kidney filtration rate naturally declines. When phosphorus builds up in your blood because your kidneys can't filter it out, it doesn't just sit there harmlessly. It pulls calcium from your bones, weakens your skeletal system, and deposits into your blood vessels, literally calcifying your arteries. Your heart-healthy choice just became a cardiovascular time bomb. For years, doctors told kidney patients to avoid whole grains because of this high mineral content. But recently, guidelines changed based on the idea that phosphorus in plant foods isn't absorbed as well as from additives. That's partially true for intact grains. But here's the catch. Most whole wheat bread has been milled, processed, and supplemented with additional nutrients, increasing bioavailability. Many whole grain breads contain added phosphorus additives. When you see phos in the name, phosphoric acid, calcium phosphate, dicalcium phosphate, your body absorbs nearly 100% of that added phosphorus. That's not the natural, poorly absorbed plant phosphorus anymore. That's a direct pipeline to elevated blood phosphorus and accelerated kidney decline. Your fix. If you're over 50 and your kidney function is declining, white bread, sourdough, or French bread are safer choices. Check every label for FOS ingredients. And if you must have whole grains, choose portions so small they won't overwhelm your kidney's filtering capacity. Number 6. Spinach and dark leafy greens, nature's kidney stone factory. Popeye ate spinach and got strong. You ate spinach and ended up in the ER with a kidney stone that felt like shattered glass. Spinach, Swiss chard, and beet greens are nutritional superstars on paper, loaded with vitamins, antioxidants, and fiber. They're also loaded with oxalates, public enemy number 1 for kidney stone formation. 1 cup of cooked spinach contains approximately 755 milligrams of oxalates. Stone formers are typically advised to keep daily oxalate intake under 50 to 100 milligrams. A single serving of your healthy salad just blew past a week's worth of safe oxalate consumption. Research confirms that spinach alone accounts for 40% of oxalate intake in the United States, and men and older women who ate spinach 8 or more times a month had about a 30% higher risk of developing kidney stones. Oxalates bind with calcium in your digestive tract. If you're eating calcium-rich foods at the same time, some binding happens in your gut, and oxalate gets eliminated in your stool. But if you're drinking that spinach smoothie on an empty stomach, the oxalates get absorbed into your bloodstream, travel to your kidneys, and crystallize out with calcium in your urine, forming stones. For people over 50, especially women post-menopause taking calcium supplements, this becomes a dangerous balancing act. The calcium you're taking for bone health could combine with dietary oxalates to create stones. And once your kidneys deal with chronic stone formation, the repeated trauma accelerates kidney disease progression. Spinach, Swiss chard, and beet greens are also extremely high in potassium. 1 cup of cooked spinach contains 839 milligrams of potassium, nearly half the daily limit recommended for people with kidney disease. When your kidneys can't clear excess potassium, it builds up in your blood and affects your heart rhythm. That's life-threatening arrhythmia risk sitting in your salad bowl. Your fix. Rotate your greens. Kale, bok choy, Romaine lettuce and arugula are significantly lower in oxalates. Always pair higher oxalate foods with calcium-rich meals to bind oxalates in your gut. If you're over 50 with any history of kidney stones, ask your doctor for a 24-hour urine test to measure your oxalate levels. Number 5. Brown rice, the healthy grain. Hiding phosphorus, white rice got demonized. Brown rice got crowned the winner. But for your kidneys after 50, brown rice is a mineral bomb in disguise. 1 cup of cooked brown rice contains 150 milligrams of phosphorus and 154 milligrams of potassium. 1 cup of white rice contains just 69 milligrams of phosphorus and 54 milligrams of potassium. If you're eating rice daily, that difference compounds into significant kidney stress over months. Nutritionists and doctors pushed brown rice for its fiber, blood sugar benefits, and whole grain status. All true for people with healthy kidneys. But after 50, as your glomerular filtration rate naturally declines, those extra minerals become a burden. The problem gets worse if you're taking blood pressure medications, diuretics, or ACE inhibitors, all commonly prescribed after 50. New research shows phosphorus from whole grains is less bioavailable than previously thought. That's good news, except when brown rice undergoes processing. Instant brown rice and pre-cooked varieties often have higher bioavailable phosphorus because processing breaks down the phytate that normally binds it. You think you're buying healthy, but you're getting a refined version that hits your kidneys harder. Brown rice accumulates more arsenic than white rice because arsenic concentrates in the outer bran layer. Studies link chronic low-level arsenic exposure to increased kidney disease risk. If you're over 50 and eating brown rice multiple times per week, you're getting a double hit: high phosphorus load plus cumulative arsenic exposure. Your fix: switch to white rice or try hapa rice, a mix of brown and white. If you insist on brown rice, limit portions to half a cup or less, and balance your daily phosphorus intake by cutting back on dairy and processed meats. Number 4. Diet soda, the zero-calorie kidney killer. You stopped drinking regular soda because of the sugar. Smart move. So you switched to diet. 0 calories, no sugar, doctor approved, right? Wrong. Research from the prestigious Nurses' Health Study tracked women for 2 decades and found that consuming 2 or more servings per day of artificially sweetened soda was associated with a 2-fold increased risk for kidney function decline. That's double the risk. A 2024 study analyzed data from over 127,000 adults and confirmed the same pattern. Both sugar-sweetened and artificially sweetened beverages increase the risk of chronic kidney disease. Substituting just 1 serving per day with water reduced kidney disease risk significantly. Here's why diet soda wrecks your kidneys. First, phosphoric acid used in cola-type sodas increases dietary acid load, which the kidneys must neutralize. Over years, this chronic acid burden accelerates kidney damage. Second, artificial sweeteners like aspartame and saccharin have been shown to increase kidney dysfunction markers and free radical production in kidney tissues. Third, diet sodas are often high in sodium, which raises blood pressure, a leading cause of kidney disease. Diet soda was marketed specifically to people trying to be healthier, people managing diabetes, obesity, and metabolic syndrome, the exact populations already at higher risk for kidney disease. Doctors recommended it as a better choice, but that better choice filters through your kidneys multiple times a day, depositing acid and stressing filtration systems, contributing to slow decline that may not show up on tests until 50% or more of kidney function is already lost. Before switching to flavored sparkling water, check the label. Many contain the same phosphoric acid, citric acid, and sodium additives that make diet sodas problematic. The fizz you love could be the same chemical assault rebranded. Your fix? Water. Plain, boring water. If you need flavor, add cucumber, lemon, or a splash of natural fruit juice. Herbal teas without added sweeteners are safe. If you're over 50 and still drinking diet soda daily, you're choosing taste satisfaction over long-term kidney health. Number 3, protein bars. Phosphorus additives in disguise. Quick, convenient, packed with protein, marketed as the perfect healthy snack. Protein bars line the checkout aisles and fill gym bags across the country. But read the ingredient list carefully. Most contain phosphorus additives that your kidneys will pay for later. Words like calcium phosphate, dicalcium phosphate, phosphoric acid, and any ingredient with phosphorus signal added phosphorus. Unlike natural phosphorus in whole foods, which is only partially absorbed, your body absorbs nearly 100% of phosphorus from these additives. A single protein bar marketed as containing 150 milligrams of phosphorus might deliver a much higher effective load than the nutrition label suggests. After 50, your kidneys are already working harder to filter normal dietary phosphorus. Adding a daily protein bar with phosphorus additives accelerates serum phosphorus buildup, triggering calcium pulled from bones, vascular calcification increasing heart attack risk, and increased parathyroid hormone levels, all linked to faster kidney disease progression. Protein bars are often marketed to older adults trying to maintain muscle mass or manage weight. The target demographic is people over 50, the exact group whose kidneys are most vulnerable to phosphorus overload. And because bars taste good and feel convenient, people eat them daily, never realizing they're systematically overloading their kidneys with additives. Many protein bars also contain high amounts of potassium and sodium. A bar that looks healthy, 20 grams of protein, low sugar, high fiber, could deliver 200 plus milligrams of phosphorus, 300 plus milligrams of potassium, and 200 plus milligrams of sodium. Eat 2 a day, and you've consumed a significant portion of your daily kidney-stressing mineral limits. Your fix. If you must use protein bars, choose ones with no fuse ingredients, under 150 milligrams of phosphorus, under 200 milligrams of potassium, and under 150 milligrams of sodium. Better yet, make your own protein snacks, hard-boiled eggs, chicken strips, or homemade energy bites with oats and nut butter. Number 2. Instant oatmeal, the breakfast that sneaks in sodium. Oatmeal is heart healthy. Oatmeal lowers cholesterol. Oatmeal is the perfect breakfast for people over 50. All true except when you're buying convenient flavored instant packets. Plain, old-fashioned oats are relatively kidney-friendly, naturally low in sodium and with moderate potassium and phosphorus, much of it bound to phytates and poorly absorbed. But instant oatmeal, especially flavored varieties, maple brown sugar, apples and cinnamon, peaches and cream, is different. A single packet can contain 220 milligrams of sodium or more, compared to less than 3 milligrams in plain oats. That's nearly 10% of your daily sodium limit in one breakfast. For kidneys already struggling with fluid balance and blood pressure control after 50, that sodium load translates directly into higher blood pressure and accelerated kidney damage. Instant oatmeal can also contain higher phosphorus, especially if it includes added phosphates. Some instant oatmeal products list phosphate additives, turning a naturally kidney-friendly grain into a processed kidney stressor. And the added sugars contribute to metabolic syndrome, obesity, and diabetes, all major risk factors for kidney disease. What makes this particularly dangerous is the perception of health. Oatmeal has such a strong reputation as a healthy breakfast that people never question it. Your doctor probably encouraged you to eat more oatmeal. They likely didn't specify that the type matters enormously for your kidneys. Plain, steel-cut oats with fresh berries? Probably fine. A packet of maple brown sugar instant oatmeal every morning for years? You're systematically stressing your kidneys with sodium and phosphate additives. Your fix. Choose plain, old-fashioned oats or steel-cut oats. Cook them yourself and add kidney-friendly toppings like berries, cinnamon, or honey. Check the nutrition label. Aim for under 5 milligrams of sodium per serving, under 150 milligrams of potassium, and scan for any phos words. Keep portions to half a cup of cooked oatmeal if monitoring kidney health. Number 1. Tomatoes and tomato products, the potassium bomb. Tomatoes are rich in lycopene, a powerful antioxidant that protects against cancer, heart disease, and inflammation. Doctors recommend tomatoes for prostate and cardiovascular health. That's all true for people with healthy kidneys. But after 50, especially if you have any degree of kidney impairment, tomatoes become a serious problem because of their potassium content. A medium raw tomato contains about 290 milligrams of potassium. Half a cup of canned or cooked tomatoes ranges from 230 to 400 milligrams. Tomato paste and sauce, concentrated forms used in cooking, contain even more potassium per serving. Making pasta with marinara sauce, adding tomatoes to your salad, And drinking tomato juice could easily total 1,000 plus milligrams of potassium, nearly half the daily limit for someone with kidney disease. Here's why high potassium is dangerous after 50. As kidney function declines, your kidneys lose the ability to excrete excess potassium efficiently. Potassium builds up in your blood, a condition called hyperkalemia. High potassium levels directly affect your heart's electrical system, causing irregular heart rhythms and arrhythmias, and in severe cases, sudden cardiac arrest. Hyperkalemia can kill you quickly if levels spike high enough. The tomato trap is especially insidious because tomatoes are staples in so many diets. Mediterranean diet? Loaded with tomatoes. Heart-healthy eating plans? Tomatoes everywhere. Doctors recommend these dietary patterns for cardiovascular health, and they work beautifully for people with normal kidney function. But after 50, particularly if you have diabetes, high blood pressure, or take ACE inhibitors or potassium-sparing diuretics, your kidneys may not be clearing potassium effectively, and that doctor-recommended tomato-rich diet becomes a ticking time bomb. Tomato products are even worse. Ketchup, marinara sauce, tomato paste, salsa, these concentrated forms pack even more potassium per serving, often with added sodium that further stresses your kidneys. A quarter cup of tomato paste can deliver 400 plus milligrams of potassium. And because these products are ubiquitous in processed and restaurant foods, you might be consuming far more tomato-derived potassium than you realize. Your fix. If your kidney function is declining, limit fresh tomatoes to small portions and avoid concentrated tomato products entirely. Choose kidney-friendly alternatives like red bell peppers for color and flavor. If your cooking, make sauces using small portions of tomato combined with kidney-friendly vegetables like onions, garlic, and carrots to dilute the potassium load. Always check your potassium levels with regular lab work. Your kidneys are counting on you. 7 foods. 7 items sitting in your kitchen right now, labeled healthy, recommended by doctors, marketed as the smart choice. But after 50, when your kidneys have already logged 5 decades of filtering, these foods become silent saboteurs, stressing your filtration systems and accelerating chronic kidney disease. Your doctor means well when recommending whole grains, leafy greens, and heart-healthy foods. But kidney health requires a different lens after 50. What protects your heart might stress your kidneys. What manages your blood sugar might overload your potassium. The key is knowing which healthy foods come with hidden kidney costs and adjusting your diet accordingly. Go check your pantry right now. How many of these 7 are sitting on your shelves? Drop a comment with your count. Subscribe so you never miss information that could extend your kidney health for decades. Share this with someone over 50 who needs to hear it. Your kidneys can't speak up when they're struggling, but the food you eat every single day is either protecting them or slowly destroying them. Choose wisely.